Hello everybody, this is my Pro Wrestling Noah and Innovation Show review on the 14th of May 2022. Apparently this is like one of those very minor New Japan shows where there isn't any commentary at all, we just get the matches, and I would like to give this a try. So yeah. So the first match is between Junta Miyawaki and Kinya Okada, and coming into this match, I knew that Kinya Okada was going to win. He's the more senior of the two, and he does this with a Young Lion move, the Boston Crab, but the way we get there is like so intense. These guys give it all they have. The moves they do are like nothing flashy, nothing that special. It's like the Young Lion arsenal with Kinya Okada doing a little bit more, defining his moveset a little bit more, but these guys sell the shit out of each other's moves. They're given like 15 minutes, and it's a solid match. It's actually a nice change of pace from the matches we get in the regular shows. Like the Slex match in Dream On 2 was boring compared to this, as well as the Gotch match actually against Kinya Okada is like meh compared to this run right here. Even if there is no commentary and the crowd looks like it's just like about 30 to 40 people, give or take, maybe 30. Yeah, it looks more like 30. But this match did not have any like breathtaking moves or like notable spots, but this was intense. A nice opening match here. That is probably what pro wrestling would look like if it was real. Okay, correction. The match didn't end with an Okada win. It ended in a 15-minute time limit draw. I didn't know this. Noah should address this with English subtitles or like cue cards, like cards that would display match results or like anything please, that would help me be more engaged in the show. For the next match, we have a 6-man tag team match between the team of Atsushi Kotoge, Haoh, and Alejandro versus Tadasuke, Hajime Ohara, and High 69 of KONGOH. And this match, man, it was a high octane, fast juniors match that ended in an unexpected fashion. Because usually the team with the Young Lion loses. And for this match, we have Haoh and Alejandro, who are kind of like Young Lions. Haoh being the real Young Lion, and Alejandro is like on the fence. But this ended with a Haoh win. He got the pin on my boy Tadasuke. And you know what? This lower half of KONGOH, I know I've been calling them like Filipino drinking buddies or ugly, unfashionable, or just like plain ordinary. But no. These guys are kind of endearing now. They are very entertaining in the ring. They do these sort of taunt spots that are really fun. They also work really fast. Even High 69, who did not like work this fast in the previous match that I saw him in Dream On. But Ohara and Tadasuke here were phenomenal. And as for the opposing team, we have the cover boy of this event, Atsushi Kotoge. I'm surprised because he's not in the main event or in the penultimate match, but I mean he's here, and this is probably the best I've seen him in, since he's the most senior member of his team, and he has to carry them somehow since he's burdened with 2 young lions. And he did really well here. He works really fast. He does awesome selling. But the star of this match was Haoh, of course. He just screams his lungs off when he's selling. And then he sells everything he does. This is like a nice change from the usual Western match. Alejandro, on the other hand, he's wearing a mask, so I can't really gauge his selling. But he does his best, and he's really fast in the ring. He's a undersized, but he can perform really well as a luchador-style wrestler. The spot of the match was a double outside dive by Alejandro, and Atsushi Kotoge on High 69 and Tadasuke respectively. This brought us, this pulled the camera back and showed me the seats, and they look really comfortable. They look bigger than the Wrestle Kingdom seats that I sat in Wrestle Kingdom 14. And yeah, I would love to watch one of these shows. It feels so personal. You have clear view of everything. You're basically in the front row wherever you sit. And these seats are like spaced very well. It's like a social distance away from each other. It's awesome. And another thing I'd like to point out is this pin by High 69 right here. MVP of the match, Haoh ate some crotch here. And for Haoh's best moment, he did this sort of ring work that Grand Metalik from WWE used to do. But here, like, it's much faster. And this is a young lion. This guy's the future ace of the company. Oh my god, this match was so fun. So the finish of the match is Tadasuke does his fireman's carry driver. But this is broken up by Kotoge and Alejandro. Like, these guys really make themselves useful here. It's not like the matches on the main show. So yes, they break the pin, and then Tadasuke goes for a sort of running move that he bounces off the ropes from. He does this, he like telegraphs this, he like jogs in the ring. He does the run up, but he's caught in a crucifix position by Haoh, and then he finds himself behind Tadasuke. He gets elbowed, Tadasuke does another run up, and Haoh does this elaborate pinning sequence that I'm gonna show right here, and gets the 3 count. What a shocking win. And then we get words after this that I don't understand because Wrestle Universe doesn't have subtitles. They should. Please, come on Wrestle Universe. Give us subtitles so I can be more engaged in the show. Match number 3 is a tag team match between Hayata and Kai Fujimura versus Extreme Tiger and Yohei. The Yohei who's leaving the company apparently because of the corruption and the just overall toxicity of the booker Nosawa Wrong Guy that I talk about in my previous video. Go watch it. So this is a setup match for the Junior Heavyweight Championship that we're gonna get on the last Dream On show on the 21st. So this match, in my opinion, was more of a showcase type of match of what these guys can do. We get great performances from Extreme Tiger, from Hayata, and from Yohei especially. He's the MVP of this match. While the young lion with them is meh, he's still learning. The main people in the feud, Extreme Tiger and Hayata, touch a couple of times, but not really enough to be like satisfying, to be like a spoiler for the match on the last Dream On event. So I've finally seen a match where Hayata does most of the work, and he's not overshadowed by his faster and more flashy teammates. So Hayata is kind of like Matt Hardy to Yohei's Jeff Hardy. He's a lot more fundamentally sound, he's more grounded, but he can do flips and he can go fast if he wants. Extreme Tiger, a fast luchador type. I've seen him perform better in the main shows. He also has nice in-ring charisma. But the star of this match, the one who was in the ring the longest, or like it felt like it, Yohei. Yohei, the guy who's leaving, I think, because it's said in the article. But after a great performance like this, I mean, how could you let him leave? It would be dumb. He has an awesome look. He has a better look than your junior heavyweight champion. He has a better moveset, and he just oozes star power. If he was in any other Japanese promotion right now, this guy would be a champion. If he was in New Japan, actually, he would give Taiji Ishimori a run for number 2 in that division. Because my rating right now is like Hiromu, Ishimori, Despi. This guy's better than Desperado in my opinion. If he was there, he would be number 3 or be tied with Ishimori. There isn't really a spot of the match, like a spot that stands out, but the match was moderately paced. It went, it like accelerated a couple of times, but it maintained this moderate pace with nice acrobatic moves. So, some spots that I would like to point out was this fake out outside dive by Extreme Tiger that had the hard camera people move out of the way. It's so funny. I would love to watch one of these shows just so I can like get dived on by a wrestler and like try to dodge and like try to stay alive or something. And yeah, Lex, Extreme Tiger counters it, and then the finish of the match is actually quite simple, but I like this finishing move that Extreme Tiger does here. So before we get there, Fujimura tries to do a German suplex. Extreme Tiger flips out of it. He flips over Fujimura to counter it, and then he catches Fujimura in a sort of vertebraker position. I thought he was going to do a vertebraker, which would have been awesome, but that move is like extremely dangerous. But instead, he does this sort of running face buster from this position. It looks like a face buster. He falls on Fujimura, who is face down, back to back with Tiger, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna put the video here. But yeah, this match did its job. I think it progressed the story really well. It gave the challenger a win, and it showcased the relevant wrestlers of like what they can do. And then to close out this entire match, we get this awesome pose by Extreme Tiger and Yohei on the corner. I really wish they keep Yohei. Come on, Noah, keep Yohei, please. The fourth match is a singles match between Chris Ridgeway, who is one half of the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, and Seiki Yoshioka. So this is another setup match. So in this match, we have a clash of styles. So we have Chris Ridgeway, who is a sort of traditional British technical wrestler, and Seiki Yoshioka, who is a high-speed, high-flying junior Japanese wrestler. And so as Ridgeway, what would you expect him to do? What would his game plan be? So the story of this match, so that's Chris Ridgeway's game plan, is to ground this guy. He goes after his legs, he headlocks him for like about 30 seconds. He headlocks him, he gets it back on him when Seiki tries to escape. This actually goes on for a while. Chris Ridgeway just works on the leg for about 3 minutes, and then this keeps the crowd silent. We don't really see this kind of dynamic. Usually the technical wrestler who's trying to ground someone is the heel, while the face is the high-flying, flashy dude. But this is kind of reversed here, and I like it. And I like how when Seiki finally gets out of this constant working of his leg, he tries to do an enziguri on the corner. He hits Ridgeway's head, but Seiki immediately falls down and sells the leg. He sells this until he does a scissors kick, which looks so crisp. This dude is really athletic. But again, adrenaline, and he does sell this after the move. Okay, so there are a couple of spots of the match. The most impressive one was this picture-perfect bridging German suplex here by Chris Ridgeway. Another one is when Seiki tried to do this move, this offensive move where he gets him in the surfboard position, just the lower half of the body, like just the legs. He does like a sort of step with it, but instead he hurts himself and then he falls down. Nice touch here. Then we get some more selling in this match. He tries to do a Styles Clash, but he's unable to position the left leg in front of Chris Ridgeway's right arm. So this fails, and Chris Ridgeway gets him in the ankle lock. And then Seiki tries to escape, but instead Ridgeway goes for the pin with the ankle lock on and wins the match. What a great match. Great storytelling here and masterful selling by Seiki Yoshioka, MVP of the match. Even though he does look a bit uncharismatic, this guy's pretty good. And then we get a short break where the Noah ring crew sanitize the ring. It's really nice to see this. So the penultimate match is a tag team match between Simon Gotch and Yoshinari Ogawa versus Kaito Kiyomiya and Yuya Susumu, accompanied by Seiki Yoshioka from the previous match. And this is a really weird pairing. We have babyface future ace Kaito Kiyomiya paired with heel Yuya Susumu, or as I perceive it to be from Dream On Night 1. And then we have babyface, or the more babyface, Yoshinari Ogawa paired with Simon Gotch. I don't really understand the face and heel dynamic in this feud between this interfactional feud between Stinger, but I would like to know. Someone tell me, please. But yeah, for the match itself, it starts out the Gotch and Yoshinari side beat up Kiyomiya and Susumu before they're ready. And I like how Simon Gotch is always 100%. He's like intense all the way, and he stiffs the shit out of Kiyomiya here at the start. But this match ultimately feels like a come down from the last one. We don't really get to see much of Ogawa and Susumu, unlike we did in the previous match with their tag team partners. But this match was more like a preview for the Gotch versus Kiyomiya match on the 19th. The whole match was pretty unspectacular. It's just Kiyomiya eating a beating and doing a hot tag to Susumu, who does little. I pretty much fell asleep during this one, especially when Ogawa was in. I also didn't feel the manager, Seiki. I didn't feel him until after the match when Ridgeway came in to save his boys. But yeah, this match just moved the chains pretty much. My favorite part of the match was when Kiyomiya was half and half in the ring, draping out the apron, and then Gotch delivering a beating to him. And then that drop kick that came after, really good. But the finish of the match was the Dragon Suplex to Gotch for the pin. I don't know why this is the finish. This indicates that Gotch is going to win the match tomorrow. It probably will start a longer rivalry, but who knows. This match, again, just moved the chains. For the main event, we have Daisuke Harada versus Haoh, or H.Y.O. I don't know how to say it, but he's from Dragon Gate, and he's going up against the top junior heavyweight in the company, so we pretty much know where this is going. But it does go that way, but in a more interesting and unique way than one would expect. So basically, this entire match is about Daisuke Harada's superiority over Haoh. And like, you could really see this because Harada dominated like the first 6 minutes of the match. Like, it was all him. And then the only way Haoh did damage was to basically do dirty tactics like feign retreating. So like the old schoolyard tactic of running away from the bigger kid and then only getting your hits in when he's tired. They were outside for a long time in this match. We had two like almost countouts. But some other things Haoh did was he stepped on Harada's throat. He also tried doing a fake double ear slap that he used to set up another move. And basically Harada worked heel the entire match. He worked the crowd, and he worked the crowd the entire time. But I guess that worked since near the end, he finally got his stuff off with even footing with Harada. And he also got his finisher off, I think. I think that's his finisher, like the spinning fireman carry cutter. But that did not take out Harada. Harada eventually regains control. He does his big moves like a diving elbow drop and then the finish, which was a bridging German suplex for the win. But there was this one botch in the match where Harada went for a tope suicida and then he like went through Haoh, like right beside him. I don't think he even hit him. Like, there was minimal contact there. I think Haoh was supposed to take more of that move, but like Harada crashed and burned on the floor, and it looked terrifying. Inamura even checked on him like after, and Harada, being the #1 junior heavyweight in the show, in the entire promotion, He just stood back up and finished the match. Admirable here. And I think Harada could be, like if he was in New Japan, he would be right beside Hiromu as number 1. I don't know if Kushida was there though. That a junior division would be shaken up. So after this, Harada got his final remarks off to close the show, and then he posed with the babyface junior heavyweight faction in Noah. And you know, honestly, I enjoyed this more than Dream on Night 2. It's right there with Dream on Night 1, but yeah, this is just like a more compact 2-hour show with great wrestling that gives more time for the junior heavyweights and basically the younger wrestlers to shine and to show us what they've got. So yeah, I really enjoyed the show. That's the end of the review. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification for future videos, and yeah, bye-bye.